Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a sketchbook tour for my mermaid drawing. So Mermay was a monthly drawing challenge in the month of May where you draw mermaids every day. I did not do the whole month. I just did the last 2 weeks or so, and I just drew them when I felt like it. So I thought I'd just show you all the drawings I did. Most of them were not recorded, only 2 of them I recorded and made a video of, but I will put those videos in the iCard and at the end, so you can definitely check those out. But yeah, so let's get started. So first, when I first started Mermay, I started in this sketchbook. This sketchbook is mostly full, but I just kind of found some small spots to add stuff. So it'll be a little bit messy, but here is the first drawing of Mermay I did. These are really old, so just ignore them. They're kind of ugly pen sketches. But this one was the ugly pen sketch I did for Mermay. I never actually posted this one because I just wasn't really super happy with it. This one was just like a ballpoint pen sketch, and it looks more like a snake than a mermaid, so I just didn't feel like posting it. And I tried to do some kind of textured scale kind of pattern with her tail, and I thought that was kind of cool. So yeah. I think this is the next one that I had done here. And this one was like an Inktober drawing, so I had the other half of the page open, so I decided to just fill it up with another mermaid sketch, and I really like how this one turned out. She was actually based on an eel. I saw some drawings of eels, and I had this idea of making like a fairy type mermaid, or making the fins look like a Sailor Moon type bow. So I went super loose on this sketch, and you'll recognize this because this is one of the videos, so I'll show that at the end, the finished drawing of that one. I really like how the sketch came out. I think the face looks much nicer in the sketch version. And then the last ones that I did in here on this page, I did these 2 mermaids on the back of another page, and I liked how they came out, so I kind of wanted to do more of them. So I actually transferred them onto watercolor paper, and I tried to make bigger drawings with them. But these are kind of unfinished. I'm not sure if I want to finish them. I don't really have any inspiration to do so, but I mainly left it very loose. I used a quill brush that I bought recently, and I just made these really loose kind of coral backgrounds. I tried to make this stuff look like a kind of a throne, because she looks kind of like a queen to me. But yeah, it's kind of unfinished. She does kind of need some final touches, but I don't feel like doing it right now, so I thought I'd just show you what I have. Sorry if this is like not fully in frame. It's just that these are so big and my camera space I can't seem to get my camera any higher, to be honest. This is the other one. I changed the drawing a little bit from the sketch because I felt like the face didn't look quite good after a while of having it on this paper. So I made it a bit more relaxed and fixed it a little bit. And I tried to be brave by showing her bare-chested. And for the color here, I'm using a color I don't use often. It's the Daniel Smith Moonglow. But I kind of feel like after drying it in my pan, it lost some of the properties it had straight from the tube. So I think the granulation is really nice though. But again, this one's unfinished because I'm not sure where to go from here except for maybe adding white lines, but I usually do that last. So I thought I'd just show it for now, but I might retouch these later to kind of finish them off. And I kind of wish that I'd put a border on this one, but I didn't think that far. So that's the early stuff that I did. Then I had gone, let me zoom in a bit. I had gone to buy some art supplies some time ago, and I wanted another Canson XL mixed media paper, but I'm not going to order from Amazon anytime soon, and it's kind of expensive to do so. So I wanted to buy it locally, but their Canson XL pads are really different. So I ended up seeing this one. I thought I'd give it a try because it's more like what I want for sketches. Like, there's a lot of paper and it's really thin. Honestly, it's a bit too thin. So it's not as good as the Canson XL mixed media that you can get in America, but I thought I'd give it a try. I really like the size. The size is really good. So with this one, I really procrastinated about actually starting the sketchbook, but I had opened a Ko-fi page, which is like ko-fi.com, and it's like where you can donate the price of a cup of coffee to a creator that you like. So just to keep them going, give them like a small tip. and I had a donation given to me, which was really nice. I didn't expect it, so I was so happy I drew this little mermaid for that person. And if you're interested in donating a cup of coffee to me, although I don't drink coffee, I drink milk tea, but if you want to buy me a milk tea, then check out the link in the description below. Yeah, this was the little mermaid I sketched for her. There's glitter on the tail, but I feel like it's rubbed off except for right here, so it's harder to see. It was all over the tail before, but maybe this pen doesn't last forever. That's kind of sad, but oh well. So that was the first one I did, and after I did this one, I decided to continue on doing mermaids as much as I could in this sketchbook. So the next one I did was based on a dory fish. I thought it was a really cute pose, and I decided to put a little dory fish here, and I used the same coloring for her tail. These are definitely sketches. The paper of this sketchbook does not hold up too well to a lot of erasing, and it doesn't hold up too well to like more like friction based, that's the term, like colored pencils, because colored pencils you have to rub. It doesn't really seem to like that, but with markers it does pretty good because the marker lays down a lot softer. But I did find that I had to be very careful with how much I worked the paper, which in a way was actually really good for me because I had to just kind of accept the flaws as they were and keep going. So I feel like I learned a lot from the short time that I did mermaids in this one because of that. I also did a few things the same for each drawing. Like I used the same color for the background. I put glitter on all the mermaids, and I don't know if there was anything else, but yeah, I had so much fun with this one. This one, the glitter is actually in her skin and in her hair, but it's also seems to have rubbed off somehow, worn off. So I don't really see too much of it now, which is a little sad. There's some in the hair here, but the hair looks so neon in video. It's crazy. I don't think it'll be visible on video. But yeah, the next one I did, I was drawing this while I was watching a movie actually, and there's not much to it except I imagine that she's picking like seaweed to eat, I guess, and I gave her this really pretty elaborate like pearl shawl, I guess it could be called, and I just had fun with it. I throughout the book I also tried to experiment with using different colors that I don't usually use and different skin tones I don't usually like reach for. Just try to explore my markers a bit more. And this one also has glitter, but like the others it's kind of starting to wear off. It should be in the tail here. Not so visible already. So this one was based off of a shark. I tried to whip her on her tail so you'd see more of it. This is her tail part, but this is a fin coming out her back because the shark. And this one I experimented again with colors that I don't usually use. I believe these were the E70 colors. I had a lot of fun with them, and I paired it with a red because I thought the pop of red would be nice. And again, the same color background and glitter. It's a little more visible on darker colors, which is nice. I think I put glitter throughout her whole body. Yeah, I did. I put glitter throughout her whole body, but it's super visible here. It's harder to see on the other spots. I've also been using my my jelly roller gel pen, which I can't find to show you right now, but only because like I don't use it as often, so I kind of wanted to use it up. I prefer a different white gel pen these days, but it's been doing a pretty decent job on these sketchbooks. This was the next day. With this one, I tried to be more emotional. I tried to draw, like, this is the type of art that I love the most, the type where there's a good flow and it's very elegant and emotional a bit. So I'll put that aside for now. So I really liked how this one turned out. I was a little bit chicken because last minute I gave her a bra, which is why it looks a little funny here. It looks a little stiff because it was actually just a naked chest, and I just chickened out because somebody made a comment and I was like, oh, I don't want to deal with these type of comments. But yeah, so that is what it looks like. I really had a lot of fun with this one. I thought the sketch came out really well, and I tried to be really careful choosing the colors because I wanted to I wanted the colors to be as nice as the sketch was, if that makes sense. And I think they turned out really nicely. These are colors I don't usually grab for. They are warm colors, and I tend to really like cool colors, but I think they turned out really well. I'm really happy with the gradient, and I really pushed the paper on this one because, like I said, it doesn't take pencil and erasing well, but it does seem to do pretty good with marker. But before, I thought that it was kind of limited on marker too, but I really pushed it because I did a lot of gradients and it held up pretty well. You can see it does. You can see it does bleed through, but I always put another sheet of paper. It bleeds pretty badly to the next page, but it didn't do any of the weird color pushing away like the Copic marker paper does. So I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. This one was the same type of thing, another expression and flow. This time I was brave and I did not put the brow on her, but it was kind of turned away, so I thought it still looked like nice. Like it's not super obvious and people won't really care, I think. And I used mostly traditional kind of aqua color, and I added some pink in there. So I thought it looked really nice. With this one, I actually really pushed the paper the most because I kept sketching it over again. The first time I drew her, she kind of looked like she was dead. So like she's floating, and I was like, nope, that's not the image I was going for. So I had to completely resketch it so it looked more like she was just flipping over and just like relaxing, you know. So for this one, I imagine that she really loves pearls, as you can see. So she's kind of singing to the clams or whatever they are, I forget the name, so that they can produce pearls for her to take. But yeah, that's kind of the thing I was going for here. The drawing, something about singing and the arm up always reminds me of Clover. Oh my gosh, what's it called? It was a Clover manga, and it was always really beautiful. And there was a singing girl in it, so yeah. If you know what it is, leave a comment below because my memory is awful. But here's like the glitter. For the colors, I went for pink because I used the Copic multiliner in wine for the first time. And I just could not think of a different color other than pink because the lines were kind of a red. But I thought it looked really nice in the end, so yeah. Also for the skin color, I went with something slightly darker. Again, I'm trying to experiment with skin colors. It might not be super obvious because a lot of them are light, but I'm just trying to use different markers as I go to try to just get to know my markers a bit more. Like with this one, I think this is the first time I used the E30s for the skin, and I kind of like it. But yeah, this one also I used the BV colors. I forget what numbers, like BV 25, 23 probably, for the fin, and I based her fin off of a whale, I believe. I really liked how this one came out. And the glitter is super obvious, so it's really pretty. Also, I imagine this little ledge she's kind of like sighing over is like kind of crystal. That's what I was trying to go for. This one is probably my favorite of the whole Mermay. I just think it turned out really pretty. I really like how like delicate and pretty the girl seems to be. Very, very feminine, very like flowery. This was another one where I was experimenting with doing... Oh, I forgot to say something. Let me just go back. Yeah, this one's a bit related to that one because here I was trying to go for like a cross between fins and flowers for her tail and do like these, I don't know, I think it's like a dinosaur that actually has these multiple ones. But it's something vaguely I was thinking of that I wanted to do. So with this one, I was also thinking more of a flowery, delicate type of girl vibe. And when I did the line art, I really loved it, and I wasn't sure what colors to go for. So I actually let this one sit for quite some time. I only recently uploaded it because I just wasn't sure what colors would work right for it, that I hadn't done a ton of times before. And then I got these plants, these fake plants from Daiso. I really like them a lot, and I kind of was inspired to use these colors for her coloring. So I ended up using like kind of a mid green, but on the lighter side, and a really nice light purple for her hair and her fins. And then I bridged the gap with a little bit of yellow and pink, and I thought it turned out really, really nice, and lots of glitter. I'm sorry if you can hear that plane. They have just been going by like crazy, these planes today. And everybody's just trying to make as much noise as possible. It's one of those days. Yeah, I love how the glitter turned out. It's so pretty. Maybe a little too much glitter popped out here, which is a shame, but I think it still looks really nice. So for this one, I wasn't really feeling this one as much. I don't think the face turned out quite nice. When I did her head, it just got way too big. So I ended up actually using some white ink, which I've never used this white ink before, to just kind of cover it up. I went with ink because I thought it wouldn't take wash, and I wouldn't be able to achieve much using this tiny little nib to cover this area. And it wasn't taking the color pencil either. So I tried this white ink because I knew it would be smooth and it would go on. It took forever to dry, and then once it was dry, I found out I can't layer it with anything. I tried to layer it with Copic marker here to try to hide it, and nope, it like ate through it instantly. So I cleaned off my marker and was like, yep, forget that. And it doesn't layer with color pencil either, so that was a bit of a shame, but I was just like, oh well, it's a sketchbook, it doesn't have to be perfect. Otherwise, I really love how the fin came out, like the tail and the fins. I used mostly cool gray colors, and then I also added a very, very light green and I think a very light blue as well. Yeah, I like how the tail came out. I think it's really pretty, and I add a lot of glitter if my camera can focus. Yeah, there you go. Lots and lots of glitter. And glitter here too. I think there's glitter on the fins here too. So yeah, I really like how that part came out, but this part is slightly awry. Oh yeah, and also the story for this one, while I was sketching it, I kind of imagined she's trying to lure the like fishermen and women who are female interested, I guess would be the term, to the rocks so that they would crash and die. Because that's like the traditional mermaid thing. That's how mermaids were originally seen. They bring you to your doom kind of thing. So yeah, on a lighter note, here's the next one. This is the second to the last mermaid I did in this sketchbook, and it's some of the last ones that I drew. I drew this when I was really tired after coming home from shopping some art supplies, and I just wanted to try to be more expressive. So I tried to give her more expression. So like, look, she looks like maybe she's worried from something that's happening over here. But I felt like that night my drawing body proportions was a little off. So I spent some time to try to reel that in, but at the same time I tried to make her a bit thicker because I kind of like that. I try to do that more often, like make more types of body types. Like it doesn't have to be very big or very skinny, like try to make her a bit thicker. I wanted to try to wrap the tail around so it's more obviously mermaid, but every time I tried it just didn't look right. As for the colors, I wasn't sure at all what to color. I had a lot of those problems towards the end of the book where I was maybe taking it a little too bit seriously. Like in the first few ones that I did, I didn't care. I just picked whatever colors and used them. But then towards the end, I kind of felt like, oh, I already did this color, or like, what do I use? Or I really like this sketch. What do I want to be a little bit nicer about it. But I asked my husband, and he said maybe light blue because I hadn't done light blue really. So I decided to go for light blue for the hair and like the bra here, and then I paired it with orange with a little bit of pink so that it was like a nice contrast. And of course, lots of glitter. Lots and lots of glitter. I don't know if like these will wear off over time too, like the first few, or maybe I just didn't put enough glitter on the first few ones or something. There's also a little bit of glitter in her eyes. I sometimes did that, but it's hard to remember which ones. And a little bit on her pearls too. And this is the last one that I did in this sketchbook. Oh, I never got around to this. So this is the Schmincke Stella pen. This is what I've been using for the glitter. So I didn't like this when I first got it. I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was kind of useless. But I like it a lot now. For sketches like this, I think it's really nice. I wouldn't really put it on finished work that I was going to make prints of and stuff, but for like casual work like this, just like something to add a little bit of jazz, I guess, to your sketchbook. But it actually doesn't interfere too badly with my scanning, so I think it turned out really nice. I would buy it again at this point. So here's the last one. I kind of imagined that she is like washing her face with these things. Like these are not based in reality. These are definitely cartoonish. I don't know if this thing exists. I'm imagining that it's a coral with some like hot water and bubbles coming out. And I think I might have seen something like this on a Disney cartoon somewhere. So that's why it popped into my head, but I thought she might be using the hot water and bubbles to like wash her face and refresh herself. So I thought it looked really cute. I thought, yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was cute. So for the colors, I again wanted to experiment. So I think I picked up E20, or is it E34? I think it was E34 for the skin, and I was kind of surprised how dark it was, but I really liked it too. And for the rest of the colors, I didn't want to use pink again because I'd already used pink quite a few times, but I just thought it contrasted so well with this one, so I ended up using it anyway. I did use a slightly different pink than the others though, so I thought it looked really nice. It even looks nice on her skin. And I also added some light green and light blue to her skin too, to kind of tie in the background as well. So yeah, and lots of glitter. Close up for the glitter. There's glitter on her eyelids and her lips. There we go. And also of course her fins and her tail. I had a lot of fun with this one. The bubbles they took a really long time. Let me just say that. I'll just leave it at that. They took a really long time to fill in. I just used my white gel pen for the bubbles. And that's it for this sketchbook. And the last two that I did for Mermay were, of course, the ones that I made a video for. So you might recognize them. If not, then definitely check out the iCard up here. I will have links to the videos for these two drawings. So like I had shown before, this was originally a sketch from my sketchbook, and I transferred it to marker paper and colored it in. I think this one turned out really nicely with lots and lots of glitter. This one's the glitter came out a lot, but I think it looks really nice still. And this is the last one that I did, which was based on the flying fish mermaid, and it was the last video I did as well. So yeah, I hope you guys like this one. Oh, close up for the glitter. I said everything about this one in that video, so I'm not going to go into it anymore. But if you want to know more about it, then definitely check out that video. I want to show the glitter more here. So hard to show that. So yeah, that is my Mermay for 2017. I had so much fun with this one. I really enjoyed it. And I think that using this like little sketchbook to do these marker drawings with like different like the same background, the same glitter, this type of thing was like, it was really helpful for me. It was super helpful, and it was so much fun doing that. I think I'm definitely going to try to apply this to my next Inktober. I think actually having a sketchbook that you go back to for each day and being able to see your progress as you go is actually really helpful. And I really like this much better than the way I've done it before. Plus, like, not having to record it was a lot better. And so I'm thinking next Inktober I'll be doing the same type of thing with like a sketchbook just for it, and like just record one or two. And yeah, I think that'll make it a lot more successful for sure. But yeah, I had so much fun with this. Let me know if you guys participated in Mermay or not. And if you like this video, then definitely give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!